Hey everyone, today I'm going to explain how I went from $0 to making $75,000 a month through content, and how ultimately I didn't need any fancy gear to do it, I just used an iPhone. Today I'm going to break down exactly how I got there, going from 0 to 75K, and most importantly for you, I'm going to explain the steps that I did to get there and show you how I actually did it so that you can copy me exactly. Let's dive in. So here's the thing, I started with literally nothing. Just an iPhone. Like, this is exactly what made me my first 100 grand online. I didn't have a team of people editing for me. I didn't have people writing my scripts. All I had was me and my iPhone, and honestly, not even good lighting. I had nothing. So if you want to know what actually worked, stick with me till the end of the video and you'll be able to see exactly how to do it too. It took me 3 years to get to this point, and I'm going to share all those secrets with you within just 3 minutes. Probably the most important thing when you're making content, whether that's with your iPhone or a nice camera or anything, is showing up consistently day after day. That's honestly where most people fall off. So understand that it does take time. I wouldn't get sad or care about the results of my content until 6 months into the process. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you're not willing to do something for 6 months, then click off this video right now. You're gonna get steamrolled by the entire world. And when I started, my videos were awful. I still occasionally go back and look at them through my latest videos on TikTok, and they're not good. Like, they're really not good. The lighting's not good. There's no storyline involved. The editing's bad. It's not catchy. There's no good hooks. There's no visual hook. The text hook could be better. The first actual written or speaking hook by me should be better as well. You know, I learned how to cut out all the slop and make something that's actually engaging that people want. But because it took me that 6 months or a year to get to that point, people started to see me as reliable and trustworthy just for that alone. That I was willing to fight through that stuff and people could see my transformation. See me going from nothing and not good at content to all of a sudden making good content that people wanted to watch and that brands would pay for. My current understanding of social media is that you should pick a schedule and stick to it. I don't believe that there's a limit to how much you should be posting per day on short form. I can show you many accounts that post within like multiple times an hour that are massively successful based on the content that they're doing. So there's really no people. So don't be like, oh, well, I can only post once a day or twice a day. Realistically, if you have the volume for it, post 5 to 10 times a day. If you can do more. In my peak, I was posting 10 to 15 times a day every single hour. The next thing should be focused on helping people and providing value, but honestly, more importantly than that is giving insights into what actually works, okay? So the reason why we are now prioritizing insight over just value is because everyone can go on ChatGPT and look up a workout plan. But if you don't show why that workout plan worked for you or the storytelling involved with it and that insight, then the video is not going to perform as well because people have now been able to filter out what's important information and then what's good storytelling. Storytelling works much better. I used to go out and script videos and like do all this stuff, but really what ended up working the best was that storytelling tactic that showed people this is where I was, this is where I am now, and this is what you have to do. People don't care about polish. The reason why I'm shooting with a nice camera now is because I like to. This is fun for me. It's part of the ascension from going from the iPhone to the camera and making better content overall. You guys honestly don't care about that. You just want answers to your problems. You want to be able to make money from social media. You want to be able to be successful. And the main takeaway here is that people don't want high quality shit if it's not going to make a difference in their life. Most people that are very successful, that are coaches or whatever on social media, they really use their iPhone primarily for short form. That's just, it looks most relatable. They see it all the time. So what's actually going to stand out is the insight that you're giving. By the way, if these tips are clicking for you, please hit the subscribe button below. I'm sharing videos like this every single day. And if you want a free checklist of all of my tools, they're linked below. And you can also message me on Instagram at Owen Nurmanen. I respond to everyone and honestly, I'm just trying to help. So here's arguably the most important part. You need to be extremely focused on what your end goal will be if you actually hit it. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, I want to be an influencer. It's not specific enough. Or people are like, well, I want to make 10K a month. There's a million ways to do that. You need to be extremely specific so that you'll feel confident and convicted with how you speak in your videos. When people are listening to you and they feel that conviction, they're going to be much more inclined to want to work with you or want to follow you and learn from you further. How I see this is it's basically you speaking with authority or having an aura about you. And I know that's kind of funny, but it's actually very, very true. So what I ended up doing was going from a broad general lifestyle, talking about trending topics and things like that, and niching down to specifically UGC. And it made sense to me because UGC was something I was a professional in. Brands were coming to me, some of the biggest brands in the world. You're probably wearing some of their clothing right now or their shoes, and asking me to make videos for them. And after years of experience doing that, I felt extremely confident talking about it in social media. So you need to find something that you're very confident and knowledgeable in, and then just make a ton of videos on that. And niching down is going to be the best way for you to speak directly to a target audience and become an authority versus trying to fight in the giant fitness realm or giant food realm. Like, you need to niche down, and that's how you can win. Another big one is learn how to batch record content. When you're starting out, you're not gonna have a lot of time. You're probably gonna be working a full-time job, or you're a student, or maybe you're dating someone. Maybe you have 2 jobs you're working. So you're gonna have to figure out how you can get a few hours a week to batch record all your content. So the best way to do this that I've done is I have the Notes app in a widget on my phone. So right when I open my phone, it's right there. Any idea I have, I jot it down. And so I have a single Notes app with just ideas all the way down. And then if I have a time period where I feel inspired, or I'm in a really good work environment, I'll just go ahead and record about 10 to 20 of those videos. And so that way I'm good to go for the week. And then the other thing is, based off of that, you can have a content workflow. What I used to do, and which a lot of copywriters do, is they'll go on Twitter and make really good tweets. And then occasionally those tweets will hit. From that, they'll take that idea and make it a YouTube video. And then they'll have a YouTube video posted, they'll have tweets about it doing well, and then they'll go and cut that YouTube video into smaller segments so that they can post them to Instagram or TikTok. So at this point, you've basically made a content workflow for yourself based off of either Twitter or YouTube that's going to give you a lot of short form content that is already proven to work. And as soon as you have an idea that works on one platform, it's probably going to work on another platform. So honestly, you can just scroll Twitter and find good tweets in general and make content about it if it fits your niche. And don't feel bad about finding content that you can make based off of other people's work. This is how the world works. Every idea you have is most likely generated for something you've experienced in your life. It's not a brand new, fresh idea based off you. It's inspired by something. So being able to repurpose everything is honestly how I scaled pretty highly to 75K a month. So that's my journey from 0 to 75K a month with this iPhone. Actually, it was an iPhone 15. This is the iPhone 16, but that's all it took for me to get to 75K a month, was just an iPhone. And you can do that too. You don't need fancy setups. Just go out to help people and share what you know, what you've learned, or what you're interested in. One of the best examples of this is Chris Williamson with Modern Wisdom. He made the podcast Modern Wisdom just to find out more about himself and kind of find answers to the world. That's as simple as it can be, but it did take him 4 years to become one of the top podcasts in the world. If you want more practical tips like this, please like and subscribe, or just message me on Instagram. I'd love to look over your accounts, give you an audit for free, just help you out, because content is what I live and breathe, and I believe it is the solution to pretty much all of your problems. I'll see you next time. Bye.